Hey, come online. Come online. We're online. Yeah. Cool. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. All right. Okay. I think we're live. So, what's up, guys? Let's see. Let me actually do a little bit of manipulation here. Oh, man. That's not what I wanted you to do. Come on, man. Just double check it. Oh, hey, that's actually going to work out okay. Okay, sorry. It's really okay. Alright, so what's up, guys? This is BoardGameRoamer, and I am here. You saw the Terraforming Mars unboxing, and I'm playing Terraforming Mars. I've actually played through it once and did absolutely horrendous, but that's okay. I think part of it is I screwed up a couple rules, but I think I've got those straight in my head now. So I'm going to go ahead and play. So this is going to be the solo game. So in the solo game, you basically have 14 generations to complete the normal full game win conditions, which is your heat has to go from -30 Celsius to +8, and your oxygen level has to go from 0% to 14% in order to win, right? And you have to place 9 ocean tiles. That's those 3 things. If they happen, that is the win condition. And I am playing this time. I'm not playing with the beginner corporation, as you can see in the top right. I'm playing with the Ecoline Corporation. You can play with the beginner corporation. The beginner corporation gives you 40 credits. You get 10 cards, and you get to keep all the cards for free. But I am going to play with a normal corporation just to give myself a bit of a challenge, which maybe I'm doing, but maybe we're playing to have fun, right? I haven't done all the setup, so we will do some more solo setup. Also, I am playing with corporate era cards that are in the deck, so we'll be playing with those. So I have 2, you can't see them on screen, but I have 2 fat stacks of cards over here on the left. So I'm going to draft those cards before we start. We're going to place, before we start, we also have to place some cities and some greenery, green forest tiles. So I guess the first thing we need to do, we'll look at our card here. This mat over here in this section, this is not something that comes with the game. I got this separate. The game comes with, and if you watch the unboxing, you'll see it. It comes with a sheet that are really nice sheets, but they're so easy for these cubes to move on. And if you knock the sheet, it's going to mess everything up. And if you're not paying attention, you're not going to know what you have. So I do like these a lot better. I would have preferred to have the acrylic ones, but you cannot find those. Right after I got these, though, BGG store did say that they were going to start having those from the guy on Etsy, or at least one of the people on Etsy that had made them. I think he was from Etsy. Anyway, they're going to start having them. So, you know, they will be available, but I have these, so this is what I'm going to use. All right, so the solo game, like I said, it's 14 generations, but we do some initial setup, and on my corporation, let's go back to this for just a second. I've got 2 plant production, which I have marked here in the red. I get 3 plants and 36 mega credits. All that's marked. My special ability, though, is that I'm able to use, instead of costing me 8 plants to place a greenery tile, it actually only cost me 7. So that's gonna be very, very good for me. I did randomly draw 2 corporations, and that's the one I went with. Okay, so in the solo version, before we choose our cards, we have to place 2 neutral cities and an adjacent greenery tile. All right. So what we do is we draw the first 4 cards off the top of the deck. So I've got the 4 cards here. Well, here's our 4 cards. And make sure I do this right. The first city is placed. The first city is placed counting from left to right and down. So we're going to flip this first card. We're going to look at the mega credit value. So it's 31. So we start here and we skip. We would skip Noctis City and any ocean. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So the first city is going to go here. Now, in a normal game, you would place a marker, your marker for what you own. But in this case, I'm actually going to just use one of my colored markers. And at the end of the game, anything that doesn't have a marker on it is going to be mine. That's how I'm going to manage that. I'll put that there for now as well. I'll explain that in a second. So the 31, and then we do the same thing with the next card, except we're going to go from the bottom, the opposite direction, and up for another city. Oops, and that number is going to be 18. Wow, I really wish I could have had that card. It's a really nice card. Alright, so 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Ooh, 18. I'm not sure those can be placed next to each other. Well, I suppose they could be. Let's see. Let's just double check this. Oh, may not be placed next to another city tile. Okay. So we're going to skip one over here and place it right there. Alright, and then the next 2 cards are going to be used to place greenery around the city. So we'll go with the first city placed. It's 11. So we take a greenery tile and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to put it right there. Then we're going to do the same thing for this other city. Oh, you didn't show you that. That was an 11. Or I guess I should be showing you over here. I forget I have that up there now. The next one is a, oh wow, okay, a 1. That's easy. So we'll place it. I guess we'll place it here. To be fair, because that's how I started the other one. Do note though that these 2 greenery tiles that I placed, even though normally a greenery tile placement would up the oxygen percentage on the oxygen track, for placement of these in a solo game, that does not happen. So, next, we normally start off with a terraforming rating of 20. In a solo, we start out with 14. Anytime a card says we steal from an opponent or anything like that, put these over here, discard. Basically, think of it as we have a neutral player, all right, that we can steal and take from. So those cards will still give us what we need as far as what's going to be awarded to us. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's see here. Is there anything else that I want to mention yet? I don't think so. I do have these. Oops, do have these nice cards that kind of tell you about placement, general things that go on in the game, how the phase goes. And now it is kind of different for the solo in that basically we just do everything that we can do. Right? We don't just get to do two things. If we can pay for it, we can do it. That's my understanding of this. Scoring. Yeah. So cool. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So we're going to draw 10 cards, and we're going to have to buy these cards. Okay. So what that means is we're going to have to pay 3 credits to keep these cards in our hand to start the game. So we have Grange Observatory is the first one. And I know that's kind of awkward, but that's the best I can do with the camera I've got. The Grange Observatory gives us a victory point at the end of the game. A couple of tags, a Jovian tag and a science tag in the top. Costs 9 credits to play and gives us a card. That is one of the corporate era cards, by the way. The next one is a cost 3 card. Spend 7 credits. This is an action that we can take on our turn. We can spend 7 credits and increase our energy production 1 step. This gives us an energy and another Jovian tag. We've got import of advanced GHG. Besides the Jovian tag, but it's an event, and it has this earth symbol, which I can't remember what it is. But because it's red, basically this is just a one-time deal, and we're going to play it, and then we're going to flip it over. It doesn't stay out for us for the purposes of tags. Generally, these Jovian tags, which is this sunburst-looking symbol, and the earth, those are the sorts of things that we're going to get points for at the end of the game, possibly depending on what cards we play out here. Then we've got Cupola City, 16 to play, gives a building tag and a city tag. Has to be done before we go past 5% oxygen. Place a city tile, decrease our energy, and increase our mega credit production. So that's pretty cool. Electro Catapult, 17 to play, max 8%. So about halfway through the track-ish. Again, this is blue, so it's an action card. We can, once we play it, we can spend 1 plant or 1 steel and get 7 mega credits, which is really nice. And we have to decrease our energy stat when we do play that, our energy production by 1. Greenhouses, building and plant tag. Gain 1 plant for each city tile in play. That's basically a one-time effect, really, 6 credits. But that is nice for us because remember, it only takes 7 plants to put out a greenery tile, which is going to give us points and up the oxygen track. So that is definitely a good one for us. Noctis City, 18, city building and building tag. Lose 1 energy production, add 3 mega credit production, and we place a city on the reserved area. So this particular square, or hex, I guess I should say technically, oh, okay, why did that not play? Okay. This particular hex, right, is Noctis City. So this will actually allow us to place that city there. That's the only way to get that city there, by the way. Alright, then we've got Fuel Factory. That is lose an energy production, gain a titanium production, and increase our mega credit production by 1 with a building tag that costs us 6. We have micro mills, increase our heat production 1 step for 3 credits. And deep well heating, that's an energy tag and a building tag, 13 cost to play. Increase our energy production by 1 and increase our temperature by 1 step. So one of the big things that I screwed up on when I played by myself was I forgot that each time you up the oxygen or you up the temperature, you automatically increase your terraforming rating by 1. And that's very important because I was playing basically when I played by myself the first time, I was like stuck at 14 and I had a couple cards that I was able to up. I'm sorry, I'm just reading something right quick. City tile. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so anytime I place a greenery tile, yeah. Right. So anytime I place an ocean, up the oxygen in some way or temperature, I increase my terraforming rating. So the first time I played, I was like at 14 the whole time, and I could never get enough money to do anything because by the time I paid for cards, I could never get a really good card that I could use because I never had any money left. So that definitely messed me up in the first time around, but I've got it now, so we're okay. So basically now what I got to do is I got to decide which one of these cards to purchase. So I think I definitely want to keep Noctis City. That's going to give me some good stuff. Let me try something here. Yeah, let's see if this works. Sorry, I'm trying to get my screen here. This is one of those times when I wish I had like 2 monitors because it would make my life quite a bit easier. If I don't see you in chat, if you do end up watching this live, which I don't think anybody's watching right now, but if it happened, scream at me. So I am definitely going to take that one because that's going to be a city placement. I think deep well heating, that's going to be 6 total. That's a good way to get energy production, and it's going to give me a TR increase. So we definitely want to do that. There's a cheap energy production card, so I'll probably take that. I think I'm going to take greenhouse just so that later on, hopefully if I can place some more cities, I can turn this in and get a bunch of plants and make several greenery placements maybe and give me some either oxygen or at least victory points if I can. So I think I want to keep that. I think I'm going to take Electro Catapult because that does give me an action. That's going to give me some option for money. Maybe I'll have some extra greenery because I do start with 2 production, but that and the building materials. Oops, sorry. That and the building materials definitely need money to be able to buy a card. So that might be some quick cash. And Cupola, where's Cupola? Oh, Cupola City. I think that's a special city. Let me look and see. Is this a special city? Yes, it is a special city. So I'll take that. That is the city placement again because that might help me later on. So I think I'm gonna also take the space mirrors try to get a head start on energy production, because I do have a number of cards here that that are going to say decrease your energy production. So I want a way to be able to get that energy production back if I need it to fast track my heat. All right, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm finally going to take fuel factory because that increases my titanium production and my mega credit production. So of the 10 cards, I'm keeping 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So that doesn't leave me with a lot to play, but I've got some good cards, and 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that leaves me with some pretty good cards, I think, to start out with, and some good stuff for the future. So let's just begin, shall we? So we're on round 1, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is I've got 12. So I'm going to pay 3. All right, and I'm going to play micro mills. That's going to give me increase your heat production by 1 step. I'm not sure I get this right. Oh, 55. Okay, there we go. I'll try to put these out here where you guys can see them. So that's 3, and I've got 12 total. I cannot go negative on anything but currency, so I have several here that say decrease your energy production. I'm going to go ahead and play the space mirrors as well for 3, so that's a total of 6 now, and that's going to give me an action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my actions down here, and actually I think I might do this for the tags. No, that's going to be kind of odd, but I think that's the easiest way for you guys to see it. So that's a total of 6. And that's really, well, I have 6, but so that's really all I can play. All right. So I'm going to pay my 6 and get back 4. All right, and that's the end of the turn. So first thing that happens is we go to the production phase. We gain resources. So energy would move over. Any energy not used moves over to heat. I don't have any. Then I produce resources. So I'm currently sitting at 14 mega credits. So I'm going to get 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's going to be a total of 20 mega credits that I have. I get nothing in building, nothing in titanium. I do get 2 plants, which is going to put me up to 5 plants. And I get nothing in energy and nothing in heat. That's my turn. The marker goes up. And my parental units are calling, so give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so where are we at? Right, so production. So that's what all I get. We move the marker up to the next generation. So now we will draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll look at these cards and decide if we want to keep them. So I'm looking at this here. So the first one we have is Power Plant, and that is 4 cost, energy building tag, and increase energy by 1. I think we probably want to keep that because I do need to get that motor running. And then I've got one to do heat production, carbonate processing. I think I'm going to keep that. That's going to be 6, which is going to leave me with 12, and I could actually play both of these. I like the heat just because that heat's going to let me up the temp, which is going to let me move up my TR rating, which we need desperately to be able to play the really good cards and to do things like purchase this on the space mirrors here. So the other 2, I'll just throw them up here right quick. I think are going to be too rich for me. They're good cards, but I think it would be a while before I could use them. So I think I'm going to pass on them for now. There's no sense in paying the money for them. I think I'd be better saving that money to do something else. So, all right, cool. So now, what do we do? I'm about to pay my 6, which means I've got 14 credits left. So what can I play? I'm very tempted to play these two. So I think I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to pay 4 and play what I just bought, the power plant. And that's going to increase my energy production by 1. So put that over here. And actually, that doesn't give me anything. So, well, it's all right. I'll just put this on top of it. Gives me 1 energy production. Oink. Then I'm going to pay 6. It's going to leave me with 4. And play carbonate processing. Decrease your energy production 1 step and increase your heat production 3 steps. So I'm going to take that back down to 0, but take my heat up to 1, 2, 3. Just good stuff. Now, it doesn't leave me a lot of money. I got a little bit more for next time, and most importantly, this heat production is going to start rising. And next turn, because I know I'll get at least 2 more plants, I can place a greenery tile, which ups the oxygen, which gives me 1 more TR. So, yeah. Yes. I really like to place these cities, but they're so expensive. That's the problem. All right, cool. So, and really, that quick, that's the end of the round. So we're going to put this over here so we can see the build tag. And we're going to do production. Yep, we're going to do production. So I'm again going to get 14, which is going to leave me with 14 and 4 is 18 credits. No build, no titanium. 2 more plants. No energy and 3 heat. Alright. And we go to 3. Round 3. Now we're going to do research. And we pull 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. What do we got? Ooh, nice. All right, so we have design microorganisms that increases our plant production. So by 2, costs us 16 to play. Then we have subterranean reservoir as an event. Basically, it's a free a free ocean tile. Well, not free, but it's an ocean tile. Soul factory. Basically, we exchange energy for plant production. And this, when we play it, we increase our ME production, our ME, make a credit rating by 1 for every one of these tags we have. Currently, we only have, we have no tags. I have some cards in my hand that have that tag, like for instance oh no, I got rid of those. Never mind. I don't have any that have that. So I'm probably going to discard that. We're definitely not taking that. I think I am going to take these two. The ocean placement and the plant production, just so hopefully I can get some plants, get some plants out there quick, get some greenery tiles out there real quick to get this temp track up and get my TR rating up. So gonna do that. So I'll buy those two. That's gonna be a total of 6, which leaves me with 12. And yes, that's I think what I'm gonna do. All right, so cool. So 10, 11, 12, yeah. I really wish I could play. See, the problem is I've got some really high level cards. Alright, well, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play this one card. Noctis, Subterranean Reservoir. This costs me 11, I get to place the ocean tile, but I'm going to be smart about it because I know that I've got the Noctis City tile. So I'm going to go ahead and place this, knowing that in the future I can place the Noctis City tile. And that's going to go ahead and give me actually 2 plants, which is great because that'll give me enough to put out another greenery tile, which again ups this. So that's 2 on the track just from that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play this for 11. And I'm broke as a joke. That is an event, so that just kind of goes off here to the side. But you won't be able to see it, but it's above that. And I get to place an ocean. I'm going to choose to place the ocean here. I'm going to get 2 plants for that. I'm going to use 8 of these to place a greenery tile. And I'm going to place the greenery tile again here because I know I'm going to be a Noctis, which gives me 2 more plants, and it increases the oxygen by 1, which means my terraforming rating goes up by 1 as well. Also, I get 1 for the, I almost forgot that 1 for placing the ocean. So now my terraform rating is 16. And I only have 1 credit. That's great. I really would like to get some building going on, but don't think it's gonna happen. Alright, so that's the end of 3. Oh me. Alright, so again we do production. Now I get 16, 15, 16 mega credits. I don't have any kind of wait, I think I'm doing this wrong. hold on. Well, I don't know if I would say it's doing it wrong. I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing. I'm just doing it the wrong way. Which it doesn't. It means the same thing, but I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Let's see here. Play card from your hand. Each have a requirement. Need production. Playing a corner. First you play the card's cost. Yeah. So really, I think it should be that, and then that's my terraforming. No, that's right. My terraforming rating did go up, so that's right. I'm not increasing my production. That's actually from terraforming, so that is correct. Okay. Whew. Second, I got myself confused. There you go. All right. So, I Chihuahua. Yeah, that's all I can. No. Yeah, it's so we're doing we're doing production. So that's 16 and nothing here. So that's 0. Building titanium 0. Plants are another 2. 1, 2. That would be 5. And then our oh wait, yeah, that'd be 5. No heat, and then we get 3 more. Well, sorry, no energy goes to heat. We get 3 more heat, so that's going to be a total of 6 heat. I think that I missed. Did I miss that? Oh no, I haven't done that one yet. Sorry. I've got one that lets me increase the temperature when I play it. Yeah, it's deep well heating. That's what it is. All right, cool. So that's production. Go to 4. Generation 4. Pull. 4 cards. All right. So we have fish, which requires -2 Celsius. We're nowhere near that, and we can add animals, which gives us points. Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip on that. I'm nowhere near that threshold. Then we have 3 moss, but that requires 3 oceans. It's going to be a while before I place 3 oceans. It says requires 3 ocean tiles and that you lose 1 plant to increase your plant production 1 step. We have pretty decent production, so I think just to save the credits, I'm not going to use that. Development Center. Spend 1 energy to draw 1 development card. It's basically a free card. I'm gonna take that under advisement. Small animals. Actually, we can. We lose a plant production, but basically we can add animal tokens, and at the end of the game, we're going to get points. 1 point for every 2 animal tokens on here. So, we have at least 6% option. I may actually keep that. I'm gonna get rid of everything else though. So I'm gonna pay my 3 for that card. That's not a bad card, I don't think. All right. So what am I gonna do this turn? Should I do that? No, because I need 7. 6 is 13. Well, I could do that. So I'm gonna, I can do that for. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna pay 13. Be broke again. Play deep well heating. Deep well heating gives me 1 energy production, and it automatically raises the temperature by 1, which raises my TR rating by 1. And put this over here. Lots of build tags. Gosh, that's really all I can do. Oh. I don't know if I'm just doing this wrong or what. This is a really hard game. Or maybe it's just hard for me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so, I mean, literally, I can't spend 7. So, I don't have anything over here to offset the cost of these cards. So I do need to get some of that production if I get a chance, I guess. But I hadn't had a chance yet. Okay. That's the end of the turn. So now it's production. No energy to go to heat. I get my TR rating, which is now 17. So that's 15, 16, 17. I get no steel, no titanium. I get 2 more plants, which is, by the way, greenery tile. And I get 3 more heat, which is enough to raise the temp. And go to round generation 5. Draw my 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So first card, energy tapping. So this is an example of, this says another player would lose an energy, so the dummy player loses 1 and I gain 1. So effectively this card becomes, I get 1 energy, but I'm going to lose 1 victory point at the end of the game. I'm actually thinking it may be worth it. So that's definitely under advisement. Magnetic field generator. Decrease your energy production 4 steps. Increase your plant production by 2, and increase your TR rating by 3. See, that's great, except I don't have stuff to offset the huge cost of the card. So let me think on that for a second. Security Fleet. It's an action card. I can spend 1 titanium to put a marker on this card, and each one is basically worth a point at the end of the game. Not a bad card, but I don't have any titanium, and I don't foresee me getting any titanium soon, so I'm probably going to X that one out. Then we've got trees. Requires -4 C or higher, so that's going to again be way towards the top there. And I get a bunch of plant production. It's worth a point, but again, I think I'm going to have to wait. Ah, man. I have to spend an awful lot of money to make this card worth it. So I'm probably, I'm gonna not do that card. Discard it. I am gonna get the energy tapping card though. So I'm gonna pay my 3. That leaves me with 16. So again, still not bad. All right. So let's just go ahead and do that one first. So I'm going to pay 3, play the energy tapping, which brings my energy up by 1. And I messed up last time. I should have got 1 there. right, and then 13 is what I got left, huh? All right, so I'm gonna pay 6. Play Fuel Factory. It does decrease my energy, but I get +1 titanium and +1 mega credit, so I get some additional money there. Just make sure I keep these where you guys can read them. And that was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that leaves me with 6. Yep. And so then I'm going to convert 8 heat and increase the oxygen from -28 to -26. And that's going to give me, because it's global parameter, that's going to increase my terraforming rating to 18. I'm also going to play need to look and see. So, did I do the greener tiles right? Let me make sure I place those right. Must be placed next to another tile that you own, if possible. So, yeah, I have to place them there. So the question is, do I want to go with 1 titanium and I can either go here, 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 or here. Get 2 plants here, a plant of titanium there, or 1 plant on either side. Now, obviously, pointage wise, if I go here, as long as I place at the end, the city, which I will, because I know I've got the card at some point, then I'm going to get, extra points for it if I place it there. But a couple extra plants, a couple extra plants would be nice too. I don't know. I may need all the points I can get, so I think I'm actually going to place it here, and that's going to give me 1 plant when I do that. And that's really all I can do. Yep, that's really all I can do. Because everything else is, in my opinion, not worth it yet. I don't know, though. Oh, man. How do I do that? Alright. I'm going to stop. I think that's all I can do. All I want to do. Alright, so first thing that happens, well, I'm going to move my heat over, and then I do all this. So I get 18 plus 1, that's 19. That would be 20 credits. Nothing in building. I get 1 in titanium production. I get 2 in plant production. I get 1 in energy production. And I get 3 in heat production. And that's the end of the generation. Now we're on to generation 6. And again, we draw some cards. And 1, 2. Alright, so what do we got? Ooh. Now that's amazing. Again, so expensive. Alright, Food Factory. Decrease your plant production 1 step and increase your ME production plus 4 steps. I hate to do that to the plants, but honestly, for 4 credits, that's probably going to be worth it. Right now, I'm going to say I keep that. Fuel generators. That is lose 1 mega credit production, add 1 energy production. That may be worth it. Now, these next 2 are really awesome cards, but man, they are expensive. Dimos down, an event, 31 mega credits. Now, it does have this, so these would count as 3, and I do have some production. This gives me 4 steel. I would have to remove a ton of greenery tiles, but temp goes up by 3, and I get 4 building, 4 steel. So, man, I really like that up by 3 a lot. I think I'm going to pass on it, though. And then the Callisto Penal Mines 24, increase your ME, mega credit production. I keep saying ME. Mega credit production by 3, and you get 2 victory points from the end. And that is Callisto. Oh, it's not a special place. It just happens. That might be worth it, especially for just the 2 straight up points. Those 2 points right there. All right, I think I'm actually going to buy that 1 card. I think that might be helpful later on. Get rid of the rest of these cards to discard. All right, cool. Now it is our turn again. We have 23 credits to work with. Okay, I think I'm going to use 16. To play Design Microorganisms. It is below -14. And it increase my plant production by 2, 1, 2. And it's just a regular one. So hopefully I can start spitting out these tiles. Is kind of what I'm hoping. We got 7 left. Can't do that. Oh, it should be at 2%. So I placed 2 tiles. Oopsie. Which helps me absolutely none. Okay, so I'm done with everything that I can do. Gosh, I hope this engine gets started really soon. All right, so production. First of all, excess energy goes to heat. Oh wait, you know what? Wait, before I do that, I think I'm gonna pay these 7 to get another energy production. And what I would do is I would put a marker on this card to show that I've used that action this generation. Alright, so now I'm done with everything that I can do. So I'm going to, excess energy goes to heat. Then I do mega credit production. I've got 18 plus 1 is 19. And there's 19. No building. Get 1 more titanium. I get 4 plants. I get 2 energy. And I get 3 more heat. Which is great. And we go to the halfway point. I really need to. Yeah. Alright, so we draw our 4 cards. All right. So we have the Gamye colony. This is a reserved card. This city goes right here, and I get 1 point at the end of the game for each one of these tags that I have out, which this has 1 on it, and there may be more, but it does cost 20 to play. Although I could use my titanium to drop that down a little bit. We'll think about that. Then fusion power. 14 credits. Requires 2 energy tags. I have 3. Actually have 4, so that's more than enough. And I can increase my energy by 3. There's a good chance I'm taking that. I'm actually going to say yes to that for sure. Then I've got corporate stronghold, where I can place a city tile. Again, I'm going to lose some energy production, but gain mega credit production. Place a city tile, which is good, but it's going to cost me 2 points. I think I'm going to take that one too. And then basically Trans-Neptune probe. That's basically 6 credits for 1 point. I'm not going to take that. And I think I'm going to skip on the Gamete colonies because that's really paying a lot of credits for just 1 little tag. I don't happen to have a lot of those tags at this point, so that's going to cost me 6. Is it going to cost me 6? Gosh, that cost me 6. Dang it. I'm not going to take Corporate Stronghold, so I'm only just going to buy 1 card, which is the Fusion Power. So I'm going to pay my 3. That can serve me some space bucks. Alright, so now it's my turn. So first things first, let's go ahead and place the greenery tile. And I'm going to place the greenery tile, no surprise, right here, which gives me 1. I'm going to convert 8 heat to up the temp, which increases my TR. Oh, I get another TR increase because of the greenery tile. And then because I hit this particular spot on the track, this -24, I actually immediately get a bump in heat production. So that's nice. And then I'm going to that is not helping me any. Alright, then I'm going to pay 14. Gonna pay 14 to play Fusion Power. That's going to increase my energy production by 3. So that's going to go from 2 to 5. Yeah. That's it. That's all I can do. So, production, excess energy goes to heat. Then we produce. My TR is 20. Plus 1 is 21. I get 1 more titanium. I get 4 more plants. I get 5 heat. And I get 4 more. 5 energy, and then I get 4 more heat. So that's what we look like. And then we go to Generation 8, and we start over, and we draw our cards in the research phase. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So, we've got Interstellar Colony Ship. This requires 5 science tags. I have nowhere near that many science tags. That one's definitely out. Caretaker. It has to be above 0 degrees Celsius or warmer. Caretaker contract. You can increase your TR. I guess that's a good way to utilize excess heat towards the end game. I might actually hold on to that. Business contacts. Take the top 4 cards from the deck, take 2 of them into your hand, and discard the other 2. It's 7. I mean, that's nice, but I just really think I need to keep that. And then nitrophilic moss. I lose 2 plants, gain 2 plant production, but there has to be 3 oceans. So yeah. I really don't feel like it's going to be beneficial for me to take that. Could be wrong. I am going to take this card just because if I can get huge energy production at the end of the game, if I can convert all this excess heat into essentially points, then that will be good. So I will take that 1 card. And that's going to cost me 3, which leaves me with 20. All right. So we can do the only sensible thing we can do, I suppose. And I think I'm going to pay 17, which is a lot. No. And play Electro Catapult. Oxygen must be 8% or less. It is well within 8% or less. 8% or less. And I'm going to decrease my energy production by 1. But now, oops, this should come off. Now this is going to give me the option to convert a plant or steel, if I had it, into money. And money is good so that I can play some cards. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is utilize that, and I'm going to use this to get rid of 1 plant and gain 7 credits. That gives me 11 left. Then I'm going to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 10 credits total. I think that's all I'm gonna be able to do. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna be able to do. That's okay, because I feel like I got myself set up. I could be wrong, but I feel like I got myself set up pretty good. So excess energy is gonna move over during the production phase. Then I'm going to get my income, which is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Just trying to keep the board decent. 1 more titanium, 4 more plants, total of 8, 4 energy, 4, and 4 more heat. Oh, I don't know, I didn't turn those in last time. Alright. Cool. Generation 9. Let's see what cards we get. Alright, so we have pets. Each time a city tile is placed, I get a token on here. Every 2 tokens gets converted to 1 point at the end of the game. Consider that. Black polar dust. Place an ocean tile. Decrease your credit production by 2 steps and increase your heat production by 3 steps. Actually, I think I might take that just because it's an ocean. So that's in the consideration pile. Mangrove requires 4 Celsius or warmer. Place a greenery tile on an area reserved for ocean and raise oxygen 1 step. Interesting. But it's got to be 4 degrees Celsius, which is almost all the way at the top. I'm nowhere near that, so I'm going to discard that. Mining expedition. It's an event. It is lose 2 plant. Raise oxygen 1 step. Remove 2 plants from any player and gain 2 steel. So for me, it would basically be 2 steel and an oxygen increase. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it. And I'm going to pay a total of 6, actually, for both of those cards. Those are both pretty good cards, I think. Yeah. Alright. So, let's... Oh, this comes off. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use this card, sell a plant for 7 money. It's going to be a total of 22, which is nice. And then I've got 16 heat. So I'm going to do the first set of heat here. That's going to give me 1 terraforming rating increase. Then I'm going to do the second set of heat here, which is going to increase my terraforming rating again. That's also going to update, increase my heat generation by 1. My heat generation is now 5. So I have 22, right? Yeah, I think. Yep. Then I'm going to go ahead and play Mining Expedition. It's going to cost me 12. This is an event card. Another player loses green, so plants, which means the neutral player does. Oxygen increases by 1. Again, increases my terraforming rating. And I get 2 building, 2 steel materials. Cool. And again, that doesn't have any tags, so it just gets set to the side. Which leaves me with 10 credits. Which I think I'm actually... yeah, I think I'm going to be done. So, excess energy moves to heat. Then we do... production. Sorry, I don't know why my mind went blank there. So I've got 23 plus 1 is 24. So what I'm learning now that I'm playing it right is really it's almost like you're building your engine. Oh, yeah. Nothing in there. Titanium goes up by 1, so I actually have 5. So I can play some of those cards now. I get 4 more plant production, and I get 5 more heat production, and I get 4 energy production. Cool. All right. That's the end of production. Going to generation 10, starting with research. So we've got hired raiders. It's an event. Costs 1 credit. We can steal building materials or credits. So that's just going to be free resources for us. I think I am going to take that. Then we have Archaea bacteria, increase your plant production. It's got to be under 18 degrees Celsius. We're right there at it, so we're going to take that, but we're going to definitely play that basically first. Then we have Underground City. This is place a city tile, and we lose 2 energy production and gain 2 building production. And honestly, I think I'm actually going to take that too, because at this point we do have a lot of heat anyway. While energy is helpful, I could definitely use this to reduce the cost of some cards. So I think I'm actually going to take that. And then this mohole area, increase the your heat production 4 steps, and we placed this special tile in an ocean space. So use 12. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to actually keep all 4 of these cards. I might be crazy. Heck, I know I'm crazy. What am I talking about? Well, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is what I told you I was going to do. So we're going to play and pay for hired raider. So I get to steal 2 building materials or 3 credits. I'm actually going to choose to steal 2 building, 2 steel. Then I'm going to pay 6 and play Archaea Bacteria, increase my plant production by 1. That goes to 5. Then this should have come off. Then I'm going to place and use this action to sell 1 of my plants for 7 money mega credits. Alright, then I'm going to alright, so I've got Noctis City. This is how these tags help out. Noctis City costs 18, but I have 4 steel, and they're all worth 2 mega credits apiece because of this tag right here. I can spend them like they're money. So it should be 18. I'm gonna remove 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's only gonna cost me 10 to play this card, actual credits. And that is place Noctis City, so I lose an energy production, but I increase my mega credit production by 3, so that goes to +4. And I place a city tile on the area reserved for Noctis City. Oops, so that goes right there. Alright. So we're doing some stuff. Alright, so that leaves me with 12 credits left. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Alright, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to convert my heat to increase the temperature. -18. Again, that ups my TR rating. I'm going to use 7 because my corporation card to place a greenery tile. And I can place that greenery tile anywhere I want. So where do I want to place it? I know I'm probably going to place 1 more city, right? So if I place it here, then I can hopefully benefit from these if I place a city there and maybe place 1 there. So that's going to give me 2 more plants. And it's going to increase the oxygen, which increases my TR rating. Right? Still losing me 12 points. Man. Hey, oh wait, fine, it's 15. Oh, here we go. Is that right? 15? So, okay, yeah. So here we go. Next one I'm going to play is Callisto Penal Mines. It has this titanium tag in it. Or is that what they call the Jovian tag? Anyway, it's got this symbol in it. So I can actually use each one of the resources here as if it's 3 credits. I have 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Which means it goes from 24 to 9, if I did my math right. So I'll do that. And that lets me increase my mega credit rating by 3. So I'm going to go to +7. So, good deal. Alright. That is all I can do. Yes, that is all I can do. So, the end of the round, excess energy is moved to heat. Then we do our producing. So I have a TR currently of 25, and then I add 7 to that, so that's 32. If I'm doing my math right, I did it kind of quick. So that gives me a total of 35 here. Then I've got one more titanium. And I have 5. And go ahead and convert these just so it's easier to keep up with. Because that was 5, so I've got, well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well do this. 10 plants, I get 3 energy, and I get 5. And I already have 5 there for a total of 10 heat. Cool? Now we can do some stuff, I think. Now we can start doing some stuff. Yeah. Yep. Alright, cool. So, let's move along. Generation 11. I'm going to draw 4 cards. Card. There we go. So we've got insulation. Cheat card. I basically trade heat production for mega credit production. I think it's too late to do that. Great Escarpment Consortium. It requires I have steel production, which I don't. Basically, I gain another steel production. I think I'm going to pass on that. Then there's hackers. What that means for me is essentially -1 point and 2 credit production. Which only got 3 more generations, so it's only going to be worth 6. It's going to cost me 6 to play it. Because I had to buy it and then pay 3 to play it. Well, 8 because I got to. Yeah, I'm going to. Well, 6. Then we got grass. Requires -16 degrees Celsius or warmer. Which we're almost to. We're at -18. And that increases my production by 1 and gives me 3 more plants. For 11. That's nice. But is it really going to be worth it? Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and take it. So I think I can just go ahead and use that. So there's my 3 for using the 1 card. Alright. Here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and play Cupola City. No, wait, we're not. We're gonna do. Is there something I can get? Nope. All right. So we're gonna pay 16. We're gonna place a city. Auction must be 9% or less, which it is currently at 5, so we're good there. We know that from that and the down here. Place a city tile. We lose a energy production, but we gain an additional 3 mega credit production. So place a city tile, and I knew that was coming, so I'm going to place a city tile right here. And that is going to give me a titanium and another plant. Titanium, 1 plant. And I'm going to decrease my energy production, but increase my mega credit production to 10. Nice. But that cost me 16, so there's 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Then can't do that. I have 16 left. Yeah, I have 16 left, so I'm going to use 15. This has come off. I keep forgetting to take that off. And I'm going to play Black Polar Dust, place an ocean tile. I lose 2 mega credit productions to go back down to 8, but I gain 3 heat production, so I actually go to 8 on the heat production, and I place a ocean tile. What do I want? Because I can place these basically anywhere. Question is, do I have any cards coming up? Not really. Alright, I think I'm going to actually place it up here because it's going to be nice to have a little bit of a discount with a building. And because I did that. Alright. 1 on the terraforming track. And okay, so I think that's done. There's no tags on it, so we'll set it over there. We will sell a plant for 7 for that. And then we will take greenery. I'm going to spend 7 of this. Greenery, again, remember, because of my corporate card, the eco line lets me do that as my special ability, my action. So we're going to place a greenery tile here on the Ascarius Mons, and that's going to give us a project card, which is going to be insects. Excuse me, a research card, insects. You have to have 6% oxygen. Increase your plant production 1 step for each plant tag you have. Huh. Well, that'd be 3 when I play this. And now that's interesting. That doesn't say 6% or more. Does it just say 6? I'm assuming that means or more. Alright, it costs 9 to play, and I am, well, you know, 1 short. Yeah. So, let's do heat. So I'm going to convert 8 heat into 10, leaving me 2. Up the temperature from -18 to -16. Increase my TR from 26 to 27. And I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not even going to be close, gentlemen. Gosh. Is there anything else I can do? No, there's nothing else I can do. How are you supposed to do this in 14 turns? 14 generations. If you're not a beginner. Alright. Well, that's all I can do. Again. I could get rid of some cards, I guess, but... Alright, let's get rid of that card. I'm not going to use this. That card. I really want that, but I don't think I made it to the point where I need it, so I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm going to get rid of 3 cards. Which is going to give me 3 more credits. Oh, wait, which actually... Oh, no, 6%. Dang it. Okay, well, actually, this won't work out. So this will give me just enough to play grass. So requires negative 16 C or greater. All right, and we do have negative 16 Celsius or greater. We just took it to 16, negative 16. So plant production goes up by 1, and I get 3 more plants. Yep, cool. All right, the end of the round. Excess energy is converted to heat. We do production. I've got 27 TR plus 8 is 35. I'm going to take these two and convert that to 10, so that's 46 credits. No steel, 1 titanium, 6 plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. And that's actually convert that to 10. And 2 energy and 8 heat, which would give me 8, 9, 10 there. So that's 13 heat. And that is the end. We get rid of this and go to generation 12. We draw 2. We draw 4 cards. So we have Lake Marineris or Marineris. 18 costs, requires 0, but we get to place 2 oceans, and we get 2 victory points. That's really nice. You gotta get kind of towards the top, though. Then we have Extreme Cold Fungus. Max negative 10 degrees Celsius. Lets us basically convert an action. We can gain a plant or add 2 microbes to another card. But it says it must be negative 10 degrees Celsius or cooler. So you can't use this unless it's less than negative 10. We're very close to getting rid of that, so we're not going to do that. Then we've got Medical Lab. Increase your Mega Credit rating 1 step for every 2 building tags you have, including this. Gosh, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 8, 9. So I would increase my Mega Credit rating by 4 if I played that. That's only going to give me a total of 8. I'm going to pay 3 for it, plus, yeah, it's not worth it. Tectonic Stress Power, 18 to play. Increase your power production by 3, gives you 1 VP. You have to have at least 2 energy tags. I have more than enough energy tags for that. Yep. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get that. So that's going to be 6 total. So I get those 2. And here we go. Alright, so I need to spend. What do I need to spend? I can't do anything with that. Alright, so first, let's do some heat production. I need more heat. Plants. Oh, that's. I want to do that. What do I want to do? Alright, I think I'm going to play Tectonic Stress. And I'm going to pay only be 18. I'm going to use my 2 steel, which is going to take it down by 4, making it 14. So it's 6 change. That's going to increase my energy production by 3, so that's going to go to 5. And that's going to be 1 victory point at the end of the game. The end of 14 generations. Then, alright, then I'm going to play Underground City for 18. 16, that's 20, 19, 18. I lose 2 energy production. Boop, boop. I gain 2 steel production. Boop, boop. And I get to place a city tile. And I'm going to place a city tile here. Alright. Yes. Okay. And that goes over here. I have 8 left. Wait, did I sell? Also, oh no, I meant to do that. Something over there. Alright, then temperature. I'm gonna do 8. I've got 13, so it's gonna leave me with 5. It's gonna up the temperature to negative 14, up my TR by 1. I still have 8. And I think, oh wait, no, then I'm going to place a greenery tile. I've got 12. That's going to leave me with 5 because it only cost me 7. I'm going to place the greenery tile. It's here. And that's going to increase oxygen. It's also going to increase my TR. And that is all I can do. Alright. That's the end of the generation. Excess energy goes to heat. I'm going to get this right at some point. Then I gain credits, so I get 29 from the TR plus another 8. That's 36. 37, 36, not quite enough. 35, 36. Come to this 2. a total of 44. I get 2 building. I get 1 titanium. I get 6 plants. Gives me a total of 11. I get 3 energy. And I get 8 and 10 heat. And we go generation 13. I then do research. Oops. 2 cards there. And 2 cards here. Hmm. 6, 9, 12. Yeah, I'm supposed to. Alright, so Terraforming Gamyeed. Raise your TR 1 step for each Jovian tag, which. Oh, those are Jovian tags. So I would have 2, but look at the cost on that baby, 33. I basically only have 1 more turn. It's definitely not worth it. Lava Flows, it's an event. Increase your temperature 2 steps and place this tile on either Tharsis, Tholis, Ascarius, basically one of these named locations. But that 2 temperature raise, I think I'm going to keep that for sure. And then we have a 16 count plant farming. We would increase our mega credit rating by 2 and plant by 2 and get 2 plants and get 2 points, but it requires at least 4 degrees Celsius, and we are not there. We're not even close. So again, I'm not considering that. And oxygen, it's just going to be a straight 2 points, but I'd rather use that for something else. Those 11 credits, 12, 13, 14, that it would cost basically to get those 2 points. So I'm going to opt out of that, which means I only kept 1. So that's nice. So now I think I can do some real damage this turn. Well, not literal damage, like theoretical damage. Okay. So what are we going to do? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play Lava Flows. That cost me 18. So there's 1, 2. That's going to increase the temperature by 2. 1, 2, so it's negative 10. That takes me up 2 on the TR track. And I place that special tile, which is here, tally. Is it this one? Oh, I ain't that one. Oh, I ain't that one. Whoa. Where you at? Oh crap, it ain't that one either. Hold on. Oh. There's this one. Alright. We place that on 1 of 4 named locations. Tharsis, Tholius, so it could go here. Ascarius, I've already counted that up. Pavius Mons. And I think I've already done that one too. Or Arcia Mons. I don't see, the only one I see is Tharsis. So boink. That's going to go here. That's going to give me 1 building. And that's an event. Go down over there. So that's a thing. Man, I really need to. Gosh. Man. Alright, right. So 20. 2, 4, 6, that'll be 14. Alright, I'm going to play Mahole area. It's going to cost me 20, but I'm going to use 6. Just get that tag, 6 from the building here. So that means it's going to cost me 14. And I've got 23, so 14, 26. And that's going to increase my heat production by 4. 1, 2. Can I go past 10? Conquer player markers. Credits. Your production is only production that can be negative. Ah, okay. So it does go up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 2. So now it's 12. Nice. And I place this this special tile in an area reserved for an ocean. So find that tile, which is this tile, and an area reserved for an ocean. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna be honest. I think greenery tiles. Maybe a way to do it. So I'm gonna get 2 plant tiles for placing it there, and that's gonna be that. Then I'm going to utilize my ability. I don't think I'm gonna do it this time around, guys. I'm gonna sell one of my plants. Give me some 7 monies. Just gonna give me 10. That gives me 16 monies. And I'm going to go ahead and use 9 of that to play this card, Insects. Requires 6% oxygen, which I just now have. Increase your plant production by 1 step for each plant tag you have, including that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3. So my plant production goes from 6 to 9. And so now let's do heat. Well, I'll take that back. Let's do greenery. So we're gonna spend 7 of our 12. This is 5. We're gonna place a greenery tile right next to our little old city up there, which is gonna increase our oxygen by 1, which increases our TR by 1. Then we're going to spend 8 of our heat to increase our temperature by 1, which increases our TR by 1. And that's all I can do. I only have 1 card left, so this should be interesting. Okay. Whoa. Why am I dropping so many frames? Huh? It says okay. Hey, I don't know why it's like on and off. Okay. Weird. See here. Yeah, that's all I can do. Can't spend any money to increase energy production, so I won't do that. Alright, so the end of the turn, excess energy goes to heat. Then we produce everything else. So I have 33 from the TR. 33 and 8 is 41. So I get 41 monies. I get 2 building. I get 1 steel. Sorry, I get 1 titanium. I get 9. 9 greenery. I get 3 energy. And I get 10, 12, 14, 15, 20. Heat. That's the end of that round, and we go to 14. Final generation. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Alright, so we have adaptation technology, science tag, 12 to play. Your global requirements are +2 or -2 steps, your choice in each case. So I could make this 2 cheaper this round and get a victory point, but yeah, we'll consider it, but I don't think there's really a lot I can do with that. Increase your mega credit production. That's going to do me no good on the last round. Flooding. Lets me place an ocean tile. And somebody who I place it by loses 4 credits, but I get -1 point. But we get to place an ocean tile. That's kind of nice. And I'll take that. And then advanced alloys basically is each one of my titanium and building materials is worth +1, which basically does me no good right now. So definitely not taking either one of those 2. All right. I might as well take those 2, I think. Alright, so let's do heat first. I have 22. If I had 2 more, dang. Alright, so I can increase my heat with 16. And then get back 4, that would be 5. So I can do this twice. So I'm going to go 1, -6 to -4. TR goes up by 2. Plants. I'm going to place. Yeah, I'm going to place 2 greenery tiles. Let's see here. It's not really doing me much good, is it? We'll go here, which gives me 2 the steel, and 1 more here, which gives me a plant, and that's 2 oxygen, 1, 2, which is 1, 2 more on the TR track, and the temperature goes up because of this bonus, which means I get another one, so I go to 38. Alright, oh man, okay. So then I'm going to do a standard project of 18 and place an ocean. I'm going to place an ocean here. So lets me draw 2 cards. Hoping that that will help me. And it did not. I got Equatorial Magnetizer. Let's see, convert energy to TR. Wow, that would have been handy like way earlier. And I got Peroxide Power. Lose a mega credit production, gain 2 energy. Neither one of those really help. But I will then turn around and play Lake Marineris. Because now that with that bump in temp, that made me have 0. Oh, which actually triggered a free placement. So we'll put that. I'll put it here, I guess. So give me 2 plants. But I'm going to get to place 2 more oceans. And I think if I'm not losing track here, I think we go up 1 more for the placing though. I think I did that right. I know I have at least 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. And I started with 14. Oh wait. 14 and 29 is 24, 38. So I'm going to start with it. Now I'm going to place these 2 oceans, which is actually equivalent to 40. And I'm going to do, oh, it doesn't really matter. 2 plants. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. 2 plants. And no more plant places. Boo! Maybe 1 more plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh, so close. Ah, man. Man. And that's unfortunately all I can do. Basically, what happens now is, let's see here, in game. Let's see, sister in game. When the oxygen level is at 40%, temperature is at 8, and there are 9 ocean tiles by the game ends. Production phase has been completed. Players get an extra chance to convert plants into greenery tiles, which I can't do. Yeah, so basically I lost. I was 4 short on the temp track, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 short on the oxygen track, and 3 tiles short on the oceans. But hey, it was fun. I learned some things. I can see though, it seems like, it looks like you really got to get that engine built early. I needed to be producing credits early on, so I could be placing greenery. I could be placing cities, placing oceans, to get those out of the way, and then as I place the greenery, that kind of automatically helps this track, which gives me more money. So it all goes together in the end. But yeah, so there's Terraforming Mars. Did not win, but it was super fun. I might actually try playing this again on my own, but using a beginner corporation, since I would have so many more cards for free and a ton of money. I probably should do that and win at least once, and then come back to this. Maybe by the time I win with beginner corporation, I'll have some good tactics I can use to give me some better pointage. But just out of curiosity, let's see what my scoring would have been. I didn't have any awards or milestones. So I would get my terraform rating, so I got 40. And then 1 for each greenery, so that's 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 49. And then I look at my event cards, and let's see what points we got from that. I'll get 2, so that's 49, 50, 51. Oh, 51, 52. 52 points, I think. Double check these, but I'm pretty sure it's 52 points. Oh, nope, 53, 54, 55, 54, energy tapping. So, if I had somehow managed to win, that would have been 54. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I know that was a bit long. Still was learning. This first time I played with a real corporation. Hopefully I didn't screw too much up. It does get when you start doing that combo of this goes up and then this goes up and then trying to figure that out. That does get kind of crazy. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am the BoardGameRoamer, and I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Bye, guys.